Welcome back to a new video. This is my Tuesday workout. So the goal today is not necessarily to go to a supermax, but to get some practice in the snatch, in the clean jerk. I'm not sure what else I'll do. I might do some barbell rows. I'm kind of feeling like that's the vibe since yesterday. I did some squats, I did some pulls, and the day before I did some presses as well as some rows. So that could be today, some more pressing potentially. Some rows at the end, but the goal is to get to some practice in the snatch and the clean and jerk and see where the weights take me. At most, it will be 110, 140 most likely, unless something is magically happening out here, in which case I could always push a little bit heavier, but I have a feeling that that's going to be a good limit for the day. So I just want to be able to hit, I tentatively wrote down like 10 singles in between 100 and 110. I don't know if that's going to happen. That seems a bit unrealistic. I don't generally do that many singles in any particular session, but I want to at least probably get 5 in that range of that 100 to 110, similar to Monday. No straps today, so that will be the difference. In singles, that will, of course, be a difference as well. And then for the clean jerk work, just have it be between 120 and 130, maybe even all the way up to 140, but not as many singles as in the snatch, since it's an airplane. Sorry, a little ADD there. But we're going to go ahead and get working. I'm going to do no muscle snatches today. Just going to get to work and have it be theoretically a faster session. Yesterday was probably one of the longer ones because of the amount of exercises that I did. Ended up being, 5 of them. So today will just be 2 main ones and then some accessory ones. So probably a quicker day, but the idea is this is like the midweek session and it's kind of practicing the lifts together. So we'll see how that goes, see if my hands get tore up. But, oh yeah, also this spot for my deficit pulls yesterday, the mat that I'm standing on here, I guess has moisture underneath, which I didn't realize. So that part is now has a wet, damp spot. So something to keep in mind, but the nice thing is with the way that I have my platform built in here is if it is for some reason damaged, the main wood part, I can just build on top of it and just go another layer above. And if anything, that's going to make it, more layers and protection and all of that. I probably wouldn't put another base layer. I would just put more rubber mats and the piece of wood in the middle. So just keep life simple. But we're going to get moving, get rocking and rolling, and hopefully, hit some good numbers. I've eaten a lot since I've come out here, or before coming out here. So I'm quite satiated in that regard. So hopefully that doesn't have any sort of negative impact. If anything, it'll probably help, but let's get to it. ended up not being the best session in the world. Had a bunch of misses at 100, weighed down to 90. Got back up to 100 for a couple makes, and then missed 110 pretty bad in the snatch. You saw clean jerks. I didn't do too much, just did 60 and 110. I was kind of feeling, as I was doing the snatches, that I was definitely not recovered as much as I had hoped. I guess it's always the hope that you're always perfectly recovered in the next session, but I definitely felt actually very similar in this session than I did, was it Saturday when I had my like max heavy day, and just didn't feel like I had that extra pop under the bar. You know, some of that could be not having straps, but I think most of it is the fact that I had a very heavy session yesterday and really on Sunday as well. It's not like either of the first 2 days were pretty easy. So that's something that's a mental note, that on a day like this that I'm probably not going to be able to do very heavy lifts. And if I'm going to get some practice in the lifts, it's going to have to be lower, at least for the first week or two, between 90 and 100 for the snatch, and then for the clean jerks, I might just not feel like doing a ton. And I don't think it's as imperative to get a ton of volume in the clean jerks relative to snatch. Snatch is a lot more practice, and it's also just a lot easier on the body to do as far as recovery. Clean jerks, maybe I should do more. I don't really feel like I'm going to benefit a ton doing a bunch more at 110. I think having the practice of the clean and the jerk earlier in the week, putting it together on a day like this, and then trying to reinforce it on a couple subsequent sessions will be good. And then trying to really put together some sort of lift like the snatch and clean jerk together on a heavier day at the end of the week. But kind of nice to know that the exercises from the first 2 days of this week are fatiguing enough to make a session like this not really possible. I'd be a little concerning if I did what I thought were 2 difficult sessions and then came and like just smashed everything in the session, was able to hit like really high percentages. So in a sense, it makes sense that today didn't feel too great. But instead of doing the barbell row accessories, because I feel like I'm not recovered enough from the previous 2 sessions, I'm actually going to just go through a bunch of mobility stuff. So that's not going to be on the video, but once I go in and take a shower, then that's going to be my accessory work for the day, is just a lot of stretching and stuff. I think having a focus like that several days of the week, where it's not just I'm doing some of the stretches some of the time, but like I'm kind of going through everything that I want to and really trying to just work on just different ranges of motion and stuff. I think that will also be a beneficial thing. But I don't know, like in a sense, I'm disappointed in the session because I wanted to do a bit more, but it's just not realistic to have every day, to write out a program and have every day go perfect with how you wrote it. And it's important to realize that, fatigue is going to accumulate and also apply itself in different ways. So I don't know what tomorrow will look like as far as training. I just know today wasn't the greatest. And what that usually means is that tomorrow I'm able to work a bit harder. I know one of the things I want to do tomorrow is some back squats, similar to how I did the front squats, and some pulls of some sort. So we'll see how that all opens up. I might just start with some snatches and clean and jerks again, and then do some back squats and pulls after that. But we'll see how I'm feeling. I don't think it's good for me to do any more volume today. I didn't do a ton, or I guess I did a decent amount in the snatch, but as far as like doing extra pressing and stuff, I think it's going to be better to dial it back down. Then if I feel like that I have more energy on a day like this, and I have something that I can add in the next week. Because if I do double the volume in clean jerks, that's just doing 2 reps at 110 instead of 1. So I kind of have something to play around with in the next week. But it is just the first week, and it is a feeling out process to realize what's going to be possible midway through the week. So yeah, that's really about it for this one. So a pretty short session, but I was able to figure out some things to snatch. The thing that was really starting to work with the snatch and make it start to feel good was just really focusing on that extension and that pull under, and just trying to stay connected to the bar all the way through that second pull into that third one. And that seemed to help. I just didn't have the ton of energy. My shoulders have a lot of DOMs in them, which is really good from the overhead squats and the snatch balances, and I guess from the pressing from Monday. So that part is good. I don't generally, much like my quads, don't get a ton of DOMs in the shoulders. So it's nice to get those every once in a while, because I'm at least hitting the areas that I want to. But that being said, that's going to be it for this one. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.